This is a story we covered a couple months ago. Some important details and updates. This is from The Independent. Sandra Hemi to be finally freed from prison after spending 43 years in jail for a murder she didn't commit. The 64-year-old Missouri woman's conviction was overturned last month, but has since gone through a legal rigmarole, preventing her from being released.
Wait, seriously? They're still not.
She's still holding. She's still being held. They just forget us wherever they need to, I guess.
I'm wondering if they're going to put her in a mental institution.
Oh, you know it. Probably.
It's probably going to be it.
One prison to the next.
Yeah. Damn. This doesn't make sense.
She didn't do anything wrong. She's just a little weird.
Missouri woman Sandra Hemi has been serving time for 4 decades after being wrongfully accused of a 1980 murder. Now, a court has cleared a path for her freedom. The 64-year-old's dealings with the criminal justice system has been turbulent. Aside from being considered the longest-known wrongfully incarcerated woman in the U.S., in recent weeks her situation became more complicated. A circuit court judge in Missouri overturned her conviction on June 14th, ordering her to be retired or released from prison within 30 days. The judge wrote, "No evidence whatsoever outside of Miss Hemi's unreliable statements connects her to the crime." But weeks later, the Missouri Attorney General blocked her release after a lawyer from his office intervened, calling the prison to consider whether two unrelated sentences amounting to 12 years in prison should keep her behind bars, according to July 10th court filing. Wait, what? She's been in there for how?
43 years.
So what is a 12-year sentence? That would be served time.
I think that's what I have to find out, maybe.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to read it over and over. But weeks later, a Missouri Attorney General blocked her release after a lawyer from his office intervened, calling the prison to consider whether two unrelated sentences amounting to 12 years in prison should keep her behind bars, according to a July 10th court filing. The Missouri Supreme Court on Thursday sided with the lower court's ruling, signaling that Hemi now appears to be able to go free. It's not immediately clear when she would be released. The Independent has emailed a lawyer for Hemi. The lower court judge noted that evidence directly ties a former police officer, Michael Holman, to the brutal murder of 31-year-old library worker Patricia Jeschke on November 13, 1980. Holman died in 2015. Patricia's slaying was grisly. After she didn't show up for work, her mother climbed into her apartment through a window to find her daughter's naked body and a pool of blood on the floor, her limbs bound with a telephone cord and a knife under her head and a pair of pantyhose wrapped around her throat. An investigation began their search for the killer. Hemi reemerged in the area, having just been discharged from a psychiatric hospital where she had spent most of her life after age 12, just 1 day before Patricia's body was found. Authorities found this timing suspicious. You mean the crooked cop thought this was perfect?
Mm-hmm.
Police took Hemi in for questioning, noting that she seemed mentally confused. After Hemi accused a man of being the murderer, who could not have been since he was in an alcohol treatment center at the time of Patricia's death, she pleaded guilty in exchange for removing the possibility of the death penalty. Authorities searched Holman's house after he died in 2015. They found gold horseshoe-shaped earrings in a closet, which Patricia's father said he had given his daughter. She is the victim of a manifest injustice, the circuit judge wrote in June. There was also underwear found in Holman's house as well. And Holman is the cop that brought Hemi in, and she had a knife too, which was the one that was actually used in the stabbing instead of the one that was underneath Patricia's head, which he also tried to say that Patricia committed suicide. There was that as well. Mm-hmm. So he said that Patricia committed suicide. When that didn't fly, he blamed it on somebody with a mental health disorder, which, let's face it, whether you are at full mental health strength or not, cops or anyone who interrogate you under bright lights with lack of food, water, or sleep under a high-stress moment can convince you that you did something that you didn't do. that you committed a crime you did not commit. Now, it's going to be easier with somebody who does have a confusion, who is confused, who's mentally has an issue and is confused. It's going to be easier to convince them of something because they already don't trust their own mind. So when their own mind is telling them, no, I didn't do that, but a cop is telling them, yes, you did. Oh, shit, maybe I did. Maybe I did do that. Maybe I did. And there actually is case studies that do prove that that is factual. There are case studies that have shown that you can convince somebody of committing a crime that they never committed just by over and over and over telling them that they committed it. It is definitely possible. So, he found somebody with schizophrenia that was recently released from a hospital, handed her a knife, and told her that she fucking did it. So it wouldn't be that hard. It wouldn't be that hard.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the one that had Patricia's panties and earrings. But they still want to say that he had nothing to do with it.
ACAB.
It just... Also, Holman was convicted of several other crimes before he died as well. So he was definitely a crooked ass cop.